Tom Brady has faced the Atlanta Falcons 9 times as a player. His team has never lost. He now plays for the Buccaneers. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this matchup. Mina, who do you got in this NFC South showdown?
Well, Field, it would be hard to pick the Falcons after hearing that fact. But even if I hadn't heard it, I would still go with Tampa, largely because of what they're able to do in the trenches on both sides of the ball. This Tampa offensive line, which has been a little bit embattled recently, should be able to stand up against Falcons pass rush that's been sorely lacking. Meanwhile, the Bucs pass rush, which has been improving, has an advantage there in terms of matchup. So I just think Tampa runs away with this one. Hard to see a way for Atlanta to win.
These teams met once before. Tom Brady had 5 touchdown passes. We'll see if he makes it look that easy on Sunday. No team yet has 10 wins this season. The Cardinals look to make themselves the first on Sunday against the Bears. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this game. Mina, can the Cardinals, coming out of their bye, keep up their hot play?
So, Field, obviously a lot of this rests on whether or not Kyler Murray, who is questionable, plays, expected to make his return after missing 3 games with that ankle injury. And if he does, I also expect Arizona to win in this one. They'll be facing an Andy Dalton-led Bears team that just hasn't been explosive offensively. I just don't see how they can pull off the upset versus the Cardinals defense that continues to be both aggressive and successful at stopping the run.
The Cardinals also hopeful to have DeAndre Hopkins back, who has missed extensive time since suffering an injury over a month ago. The 2020 NFL Draft was kind to the Chargers and the Bengals. They play each other on Sunday with their quarterbacks in the spotlight. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this game. Mina, it's not Joe Burrow versus Justin Herbert. We look at it through that lens. Which team do you prefer on Sunday?
You know, I'm going with Cincinnati in this one. I do think it'll be close, and I expect Justin Herbert to play well. But we're coming off of a game in which Joe Mixon was dominant for the Bengals on the ground, and they're now facing a Chargers defense that has been abysmal against the run. I think Cincinnati can play ball control offense, and if the Chargers overcommit to stopping him, well, Joe Burrow can beat them over the top.
This is one of those games that, while it does not decide a playoff seeding, could have legitimate implications come January when the regular season is over. The Lions have not yet won a game. The Vikings seem to make every game interesting. They play in Week 13. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this one. All right, Mina, can the Vikings hold serve and do what they're supposed to do, or will this be a goofy Sunday?
I think the Vikings can do what they're supposed to do in this one, despite likely the absence of running back Dalvin Cook. But their aerial attack is just too explosive and hard to stop, especially for a Lions defense that has really struggled to stop the pass all year. Give me the Vikings in this one, and I don't think it'll be that close.
And the Vikings still very much in the picture in the NFC playoff spots. A win on Sunday would go a lot further to their hopes of making it to the postseason. No Danny Dimes for the G-Men as Mike Glennon will start for them under center against the red-hot Miami Dolphins. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this one. Yeah. Mina, this Dolphins defense has played great for the past 4 weeks. Can they continue to overwhelm and beat the Giants on Sunday?
I think so. This is the Dolphins defense we thought we would see at the beginning of the season. It took them a while to round into form, but they are absolutely terrifying blitzing quarterbacks, and they get to face a Giants offensive line that has struggled all season. I do think Tua might also be challenged against a Giants defense that has also improved as the year has gone on, but the difference in quarterbacks for me is the difference in this game, and it'll be why Miami wins.
Miami, with a win on Sunday, would go from a 1-7 disaster season to right back in the AFC playoff picture. Here's a fun fact, or not fun if you're a Jets fan. The Eagles have never lost a game in franchise history to the New York Jets. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this game. So, Mina, can the Eagles keep up their perfect record against the New York Jets on Sunday?
I think they can. So the Eagles team is coming off of an extremely underwhelming performance on offense, which was disappointing because Jalen Hurts had been playing so well. The rushing attack had looked so dominant. I think both of those things come back this week because they get to play that cure-all, the Jets defense. Meanwhile, on the other side of the football, the Eagles pass rush is going to give Zach Wilson fits. Give me Philadelphia in this one. And
the Eagles sort of blew an opportunity last week with their loss, but a win would put them, again, right back into the NFC playoff picture. It's an AFC South matchup between the Colts and the Texans. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this one. Mina, on paper, this looks like a mismatch. Will it be on Sunday?
Yeah. I'm going to go with the obvious choice here, Indianapolis. This is a team that offensively has been excellent. In fact, over the last 6 weeks, second in offensive expected points added per play. They have just been dominant on the ground, and Carson Wentz has been good through the air, better than he was in the early part of the season. I expect both of those things to continue against the Texans defense that has struggled all year. Yeah,
the Colts just seem to find a way to be in every single game. Finishing is the bigger issue for them. Perhaps they take care of business on Sunday against the Texans. Washington and Las Vegas scored impressive wins in Week 12. Now they face off in Week 13. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this matchup. Washington going across the country in a short week. Mina, can they get their fourth straight win, or will Vegas come out on top?
I think Vegas pulls this one out. You make a good point about both these teams looking better as of late. In particular, the Washington defense, which looks so out of sorts at the beginning of the year, has really turned things around. And this Vegas offense, which struggled and faced a lot of adversity in the middle part of the season, the addition of Deshaun Jackson as a deep threat seems to have enlivened them a bit. I think they have too many weapons for Washington to defend. And although the interior of the Washington defensive line, Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne, will present some problems, I believe Derek Carr can beat them through the air.
Yeah, a well-rested Raiders team looking to put themselves right back into the AFC West chase. Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars travel west to play the Rams, who have lost 3 straight games. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this one. Mina, the Rams are looking to cure their ails. Could playing the Jaguars be exactly what they need?
Yeah, this is precisely what the doctor ordered for Los Angeles. Feels like a get-right game for this offense, an offense that has looked completely discombobulated as of late for a variety of reasons, losing Robert Woods, Matthew Stafford's inconsistencies, and that offensive line. Luckily, this Jaguars pass defense is worse, and I think this is a game where the Rams offense looks a little bit more like they did in the early part of the season.
Yeah, the Rams didn't get back on track, still very much a part of the NFC playoff picture, but some recent slides have at least altered the way we look at them at this point of the season. The Ravens and Steelers don't like each other very much. They get to play each other in football on Sunday, so they can settle their differences there. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this one, and Mina, a game that is almost always closely contested, no matter how the teams are playing. Yeah. Who are you picking to win this matchup?
I got the Ravens, but Field, I think it's going to be ugly. This Steelers offense has just been awful as of late, and I think the Ravens will be able to contain them. But on the other side of the ball, what we really need to see from Baltimore is a turnaround performance from Lamar Jackson, who has struggled against the blitz, of course, through those 4 interceptions versus Cleveland. And while this Steelers defense is daunting, I do think Lamar can find ways to beat them, connecting with Mark Andrews and using his legs. So give me the Baltimore Ravens, but it'll be close.
It's not the final week of the season, but it may be the Steelers' last stand, because if they don't win on Sunday, could be a long month of December ahead. NFC West matchup pits the San Francisco 49ers against the Seattle Seahawks. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this one. Mina, the 49ers playing really well of late. The Seahawks not so much. Who do you got in this matchup?
Yeah. I've got the Seahawks, and that's not because I think this team is a contender. That's out of the picture, but it's because the Niners are banged up. They will be without Deebo Samuel and Fred Warner, linebacker in this game, arguably 2 most important players on both sides of the ball. Feels like a weird trap game for San Francisco and a bounce-back performance for Russell Wilson, even if Seattle's season is largely over. Yeah, the Seahawks looking to get something going offensively. They kind of been stuck in a rut for about a month, even with Russell Wilson under center. More DK Metcalf. All of us are asking for it. We've got a fun AFC West matchup Sunday night in Kansas City as the Chiefs host the Broncos. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this one. Mina, I think a week ago we may not have wondered if this matchup would be a close one, but the Broncos score a big W, and all of a sudden this one looks pretty good on paper. Who are you taking in this matchup? I've got Kansas City, but I do think this will be close, Field, because the Broncos have the sort of defense that can play those 2 high looks that have given Patrick Mahomes trouble all year long, and they can run the ball, which is a challenge for Kansas City. However, this Chiefs defense has improved, and it's not smoke and mirrors. The fundamentals of that unit look a lot better over the last few weeks, and to me, that's actually why Kansas City pulls this one out.
The Chiefs have a very heavy division schedule the rest of the season, a good test for them on Sunday night against Denver. We can't wait for Monday Night Football between the Buffalo Bills, who play host to the New England Patriots. The two teams atop the standings in the AFC East. Field Yates and Mina here to pick this one. Mina, who are you taking between two teams that figure to be in the playoff mix in their division?
Yeah, Field, it's the Bills versus Bill, and I'm going to take Belichick in this one. I think the defensive game plan he's going to have for Josh Allen is going to be nasty. They're going to dare Buffalo to run the ball, something they've struggled at, something they've tried to do better, but I just think it'll be challenging for them. In this game, on the other side of the ball, I feel like it's a mismatch for a Bills defense that's a little bit lighter than New England, that's playing old school power football.
Patriots looking to continue their 6-game winning streak. The game is the first of 2 meetings between these two teams for the rest of the season.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.